Good afternoon, Mark Donovan here from HomeAdditionPlus.com, and today I'm going to work on that project up there. I've got a ridge cap. The shingles are just completely worn out, almost falling apart. No leaks yet in the bunkhouse, but it's going to happen soon if I don't do something about it. So today I'm going to show you how I'm going to do a new ridge cap by first taking off the old ridge cap shingles and putting on a new one. So stay tuned. So these are the tools we're going to use for replacing the roof cap. Of course, a hammer, a couple pry bars, a putty knife to use with the roof cement that I'm going to need on a few of the nails at the end of the project, a utility knife for cutting the shingles, some roofing nails. These are 1-inch galvanized roofing nails, and a pair of gloves. Also, I've got my 3-tab shingles, which I'm going to cut into the shingle cap pieces to act as my replaced roof cap. So let's take a look up here and I'll show you what this ridge cap looks like, particularly how the shingles are just completely gone. So there is the ridge cap. Those shingles are shot. I'm fortunate that there's been no leaks so far. So first I'm going to do is take these old ones off and prep the site for the new shingles. Using just my pry bar, I'm just going to get underneath the first shingle and just kind of lift up on these nails. As you can see here, they're coming out pretty easy. Boy, that's in rough shape. Here's, take that out. And I just use my hammer to get those nails out. One thing I wanted to highlight with these shingles is you can see how the shingle, the gray color, is straight across, but they taper it by cutting a little bit with the utility knife on the back side, so this black part doesn't show on the seam as you work your way across the roof line. So I'm going to do the same thing with the new shingles I'm going to put on. So again, I'm just working my way across, taking off the old shingles. They pretty much crumble. All I got to do is take out the nails afterwards. And we're just going to continue on down the road here. You can see it's pretty much break right off to the nails. The nice thing I like is when they did shingle the roof, they brought the shingles on the top tier over and overlapped the peak, and as a result, or the ridge, and as a result, I'm sure that's why the roof is not leaking, because water certainly was making it through these shingles, but not going into the bunkhouse because of this top layer of shingles was folded over. So I'm thankful for that. Okay, so I have the original ridge cap shingles off now, and we're ready to put on the new shingles. Alright, so now we're ready to put on the new shingles, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the shingles before I actually start to bring them up on top of the roof. So we have here our 3-tab shingle. Instead of just cutting a straight line across each tab, I'm going to basically taper in each line to this tab, so that this area here is tapered in on this side as well as on this side a little bit. And once I make the cut, this will be one of the shingle tabs or shingle cap pieces that we're going to install. So have a look. Okay, this is going to be the covered side of the shingle. This is the side that everyone sees. All we're going to do is just where the black line is taper it in a little bit. It's not a real rocket science here, you just want to taper it in a little bit. And same thing here. Could do just a straight shot to initially get it, or you can do what I'm going to do is just make a little bit of a tapered end. And that is my first shingle that we'll install up on the roof. Okay, we're about ready to start shingling the ridge cap again with the new shingles. What I'm going to first do is take this particular shingle, I'm going to cut it off right here and then flip it around on the reverse side, this half, like that, right on the edge. So when I put on my first full shingle like this, there'll be some tar that'll hold the lip of this tier to the edge of the ridge cap, and then we'll just keep working our way down the length of the ridge cap. So the first thing I'm going to do is just cut off the nice portion of this shingle to leave just the backside with the sticky surface, black line. And so what I'm going to do with this piece is nail it in place just like that. And so when I go to put my next tier on, this end of this shingle will be eventually sealed up with this sticky black material. We'll just fold this one over here and we'll just keep working our way across the roof line. Now another thing I wanted to highlight is we have this open end facing downwind to the prevailing wind. The wind usually comes from behind me, it comes from the west, so we have this open edge, if you will, facing east. This way there's less probability of the wind getting underneath and lifting this shingle or any of the shingles along the ridge cap. So for the first piece, I'm going to line up to the edge of the roof with the other shingles, and about an inch up and in, I'm going to put my first roofing nail. And then we'll just fold over tight on the other side and put the other nail in. Now we'll save this piece for later on the back side. Now we'll put our first full shingle down. And if there's any question of what the middle is, just kind of bend it in this portion to see where it kind of cracks. Right about there. You don't want to crack this side or else you'll get a leak. And so now we just put this shingle down, evenly placed, to the same edge. We're going to nail this just at or beyond the black line. We'll do the same on this side, making sure it's nice and tight. And we're just continuing on, making sure the edge of the next shingle, the color side, is over the tape line of the earlier one that we just put down. Once it's in place, we'll just nail it there. Again, about an inch up. And we're continuing to make progress across the roof. Got about 7 shingles put on now. We're going to just keep on going. Okay, so I'm at the far end of the roof line and I have to do a little bit of artwork here. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. This is the original shingle that I cut on the opposite end. I'm going to use it as a guide to trim this shingle. Okay, so now that I've cut this shingle, I want to put it as my last row here and nail it in place. And then I'll cut another small strip from this and put it over the end of that and nail that down. So my only nails that will be exposed are 2 nails down there. And this adhesive on the back will eventually hold this in place as well. Okay, to finish the job, I've got this small 2-inch piece. It's going to go right over the lip, and we'll put a couple nails in here. And the adhesive on that last shingle will hold this one in place as well as the nails, and put a little tar there to hold it all down. And now I'm just taking a little tar to cover the 2 nails that I just put in. And that'll do this project. And there's the finished product. Heck of a lot better than what I had when I started here. Well, there's the finished product right there. It took me maybe 2.5 hours to complete the whole project using just a utility knife, a hammer, some nails, and basically a little sweat equity. And I got the job done, as I said, in about 2.5 hours, and highly recommend if you have a similar type of project, before you hire a contractor and pay hundreds if not thousands of dollars to do something like this, consider doing it yourself. It's inexpensive to do, it doesn't take too long, and you'll appreciate what you did for work yourself and the money that you saved doing it. Anyways, hope you found this video useful. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to get notified when I come out with my next video.